and cleaning up Lake Erie. I'm really passionate about being an advocate and an activist. I started working on the Lake Erie Bill of Rights campaign, and after the 2014 water crisis was definitely a big wake-up call for me.
Yeah, it was pretty frightening time.
Yep, I have 2 boys. My son Cooper is 16, and I have a 7-year-old. His name is Merrick. And waking up that morning of the water crisis was pretty frightening, and not being able to drink the water, and having my youngest was 2 at the time, and not being able to bathe my baby and give him water from the tap. That was pretty frightening. That really woke me up, and connecting those issues with what's happened in Flint. Those children are poisoned with lead for the rest of their lives, and I feel like as citizens we need to start stepping up and taking action when our government won't work to protect us. We have to be the ones to protect ourselves.
Yeah, and the Flint crisis is still going on with devastating impact on that community.
Definitely.
But there are lots and lots of voices involved in this conversation around the water crisis, and there are people who are looking at it daily and trying to make a difference. Why do you think your voice is necessary in that conversation?
The big thing I don't see happening within our local politics is our representatives defending rights for nature with the Lake Erie Bill of Rights. This was a historic piece of legislation that we passed. We have a small water group, Toledoans for Safe Water, and we went against a big corporation. BP Corporation spent $305,000 on a smear campaign to try to derive this. And we were able to do it on a shoestring budget with a handful of activists that were passionate and want to see Lake Erie protected, want to see our drinking water protected, and want to see our ecosystem restored to thrive and flourish how it should be, so that we can have a future for our children, my children. This is something that's really near and dear to me, and I want to act on that on City Council. I want to be a voice for nature, be a voice for Lake Erie, and honor the Lake Erie Bill of Rights. I think that's really important. With many other issues, it's definitely near and dear to my heart that we protect the greatest water body that we have on earth, Lake Erie.
Lake Erie. It's interesting. You are, and I have the pleasure and the privilege of